Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now today's video is another one about the current PlayStation Store under $20 sale that is ongoing right now. This one is taking a look at games under $4.99. These are the cheapest games that you can pick up on the PlayStation Store sale, and there's some absolute bangers available here. I'm going to take a look at 13 awesome games under $4.99. Sony's pretty much giving these away, so if you don't pick them up now, I don't know when you're going to. Let's take a look at the games. Now, this is the reason I actually decided to make this video, is because I saw Batman Arkham Knight on this list, and it is so cheap at the moment. It's crazy, like actually just a crazy price for this game. $4.99 for Batman Arkham Knight. This is the conclusion to the Arkham Knight trilogy, and you know, you've got hours of gameplay in here. The platinum itself is going to take you like 40 hours, and it's like a 4 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, so it's not easy to platinum, but if you're looking for value, you're getting a massive game here for $5 at the moment on the PlayStation Store. So it is absolutely worth checking out. Next we have Peggle 2. Now this one here is 75% off at the moment. It's $2.99. Super cheap game again. It's not the easiest of platinums, but this is a really fun puzzle game to play if you're into like something as a bit of a time killer, maybe between waiting for friends to pop online or something like that. This is the perfect game for you. In terms of platinum difficulty, it is a 4 out of 10 for the platinum, and it's going to take you 30 hours to earn the platinum in this one. Peggle's got so much randomness to it, which is what makes the difficulty of the platinum so high, but it's a really, really solid game all the same. Now, I know a lot of people already probably have this because NBA was given away for free on PlayStation Plus last month, but if you didn't pick it up then, you can pick up the game for 92% off at $4.79 currently on this sale. It's not an easy platinum. You know, this is like a 300-hour game that's going to be a 10 out of 10 in terms of trophy difficulty. It's one of the hardest platinums, actually, that has come out on the PlayStation 4 this generation. NBA games are never good games to platinum, but it's a really good and fun basketball game. It's got an awesome story mode to it, and it's well worth checking out if you're into NBA games. I mean, if you're into basketball or sports games in general. Now, this one here is a bit of an iffy one. I wasn't sure if this is one I should recommend or not, but the game is $1.49, Lichdom Battle Mage. It's 85% off as part of this sale, and you know, the game is pretty rough. It's rough around the edges in terms of frame rate and things like that. Apparently, a few of these things have been fixed since I played the game a couple of years ago, but when I played it, I wouldn't have recommended it to people. But for $1.49, you know, I think it's probably okay. Platinum difficulty is not easy. It's a 5 out of 10. It's going to take you like 100 hours to platinum this. This is kind of a first-person RPG. Feels a little bit like Skyrim. You're playing as a mage in this one, and you get these really cool superpowers. Basically, you have to kind of use those abilities to take things down. So it's like a more restrictive version of Skyrim. I don't know if that really sells the game, but I mean, the game is $1.49, so, you know, I guess it kind of gets a pass there because it's just so cheap. Now, this is easily the quickest and fastest platinum on the list. Duke Nukem World Tour 3D 20th anniversary. I don't even know if I said that in the right order or not. This is a 3-hour platinum trophy. It's a 2 out of 10 in terms of platinum, and that is because the cheats all still work in the game. You can use all the cheats from the original game in this and get the platinum trophy for it. You pretty much just gotta load up every last checkpoint of every last level in a chapter, or like the last mission in every level, I should say, and play through those, and you'll get the trophies for finishing each of those just from using the cheats to unlock those levels, which is kind of funny, but you know, I guess it kind of makes sense. So like a $4 pretty quick and easy platinum that you can earn in 3 hours. Life is Strange Before the Storm is also pretty heavily discounted at the moment. It's more discounted than the original Life is Strange. This is $3.39, so it's 80% off currently in this sale, and it's a pretty easy platinum as well. A 2 out of 10 is going to take you about 8 hours. It's a neat little episodic adventure game. I would recommend playing the first one before you jump into this one. However, if you are looking for an adventure game like this, you know, it's cheap. Maybe pick up both of them, to be honest. The deal is pretty decent. The game plays like a Telltale game, kind of, but it picks up like as a prequel to the original Life is Strange. So technically, I guess you don't have to play it, but you're going to get more out of it if you play them in order of the way they were released. Alekhine's Gun is a third-person action game, I probably would say. A pretty easy platinum as well, to be honest. It's a 2 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, and it's going to take you about 8 hours to earn the trophies in this one. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of collectibles that you have to go through and get, so that's probably where a lot of your time is going to be spent. But the game is $2.99, which is just super, super cheap. So it's a really, really cheap, quick, easy platinum as well. It's a AA budget, I would say, in terms of the quality of the game as a third-person action game. So it's not, don't go out of this thing expecting to get Metal Gear levels, even though it kind of looks like a Metal Gear game. It's just not on that level. Okay, so Dead Alliance is also discounted, $4.49. This is discounted in a couple of ways. You can buy just the campaign and just the multiplayer modes for cheaper as well. But to get the platinum, you're going to need to kind of do everything in it. So it's going to take you about 50 hours to platinum, but it is a 2 out of 10. The reason being is because you're just getting kills with each of the weapons, basically. It's 1,000 kills with each of the different types of weapon, and that just takes a ton of time, hence why it's so grindy. The good thing is you can play against bots and stuff like that, so it, you know, it doesn't necessarily need other people to help you with it, but it is a nice, quick, and easy platinum. Okay, Risen 3 Titan Lords Enhanced Edition. This is a game that came out on the PlayStation 3 towards the very end of that generation. It's I guess a third-person RPG, action RPG. Risen was traditionally like a series about pirates, and this one here kind of pivoted away from pirates more back to sort of just fantasy, I would say. There is kind of that like piratey vibe in there, but it's very much planted in fantasy. The game, again, was like a very, I wouldn't say rough, but it was a AA action RPG game. The platinum's not bad. It's about a 30-hour platinum. A 35-hour platinum for this one, and it's a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. So as far as RPGs go, it's a pretty quick and easy plat, but keep in mind this is a remaster of a PS3 game as well. So, you know, it's that's the quality level you're getting. You're not getting a PS4 quality game. Although a lot of the games on this list are not probably PS4 quality games anyway. Speaking of remasters, Darksiders War Mastered Edition is also on sale on the PlayStation Store. This one is $4.99. Darksiders has been like well regarded in the last couple of years. It sort of went away and then came back again. It's kind of like a Legend of Zelda style game in the way it plays. It's an action adventure game, I would say. You play as one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. This was again ported over from PS3 as a remaster. Platinum wise, this is a 4 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, and it's going to take you about 30 hours to platinum. Now, I know we've already talked about these over on one of my other videos, but Destroy All Humans 1 and 2 are both also discounted for $4.99. They're both really easy plats, 2 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, and 15 hours to earn the platinum in both of these games. These are the emulated versions of the PS2 games. Keep that in mind. They're not the remastered one that just came out on the PlayStation Store. So it's not going to be like a awesome brand new game for $5. This is, I guess these are the mid-2000s era games. Destroy Humans is like I guess like a classic mascot platformer game. It plays very similarly to Ratchet and Clank. I guess cross between like Jak and Daxter to a degree, with these open world environments, but using these enormous amount of guns in this third person sort of mascotty action fashion. The games are great. I highly recommend checking these ones out. If you've played the remaster recently, then these ones are gonna be really up your alley as well, because you can see kind of where they came from. The last game on this list is another Maximum game, and this is called Override Mech City Brawl. This game here is actually really, really cool. It reminded me a ton of War of the Monsters from the PlayStation 2, if you guys remember that game. You play as these giant robots and you're destroying the city and destroying other robots and things like that. It's quite neat. You know, it's obviously a AA game. It has a extensive online component to it as well, but the single player campaign is pretty decent too. In terms of platinum difficulty, it's about a 5 out of 10, so it's probably one of the harder games on our list just because of some of the online stuff. And it's going to take you around 20 hours to platinum this one too. But the game is really, really fun, and obviously it's heavily discounted on the PlayStation Store, down to $4.49, so 85% off as part of this sale. And there we go. That is our 13 games that are less than $4.99 on the sale. I did consider making this an under $6 video, because then that would have opened it up to so many more games, but then it would have become too much. It's just too intense. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you did in the comment section down below. Let me know if you're picking up any of these games from the sale as well. Remember, this goes through till the beginning of September, the sale. So if you're after any of these games, make sure you pick them up before that time. Otherwise, you'll miss out, and you don't want to miss out. For the next sale, let me know what is more valuable. I like doing the easiest trophies and the cheapest games, and I'm going to continue to do those. But let me know if you want to see games under $10 or games under $6, what you'd prefer to see. I'm happy to keep doing those as well, as long as people keep watching the videos and keep subscribing. Let me know. I want to kind of use these videos to replace the traditional everything on sale video where you just go through a list of games. They get super boring and they're not very fun to make, and you know, they don't last very long on the channel either, whereas at least these kind of videos kind of have a bit more longevity, because even if the sale's not going, you can still watch these videos and get tons out of them. So it's well worth it. Anyway, let me know. Curious to get your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.